Baseball fans, the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel is going to bring you the baseball game of the week on Thursday nights. Tones Ariola and Mac McGee bringing you the action, the biggest game of the week in all of Major League Baseball. That's Thursday nights this baseball season, the MLB game of the week, right here on the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel. You're listening to Braves Country Baseball. Please like and subscribe today. YouTube.com, Armchair Quarterbacks 1. Stay locked in on Armchair Quarterbacks Radio. Always just moments away from the big play.
There's Cunningham. Dodges left and puts it way downfield for Fred Barnett, who has the catch. And the race is on. There are no flags. A 95-yard touchdown.
The ball just over the goal line of the Cowboys. Dorsett, single setback. Big opening for Tony Dorsett. Look out, he's got great speed. 99 yards and a half. Dorsett down the sideline. Stays in bounds. Can you believe that?
99.5-yard run, I think, is the longest run in the history of the league.
Here's Cunningham back to throw it and going deep, and he's got Moss, and there's the flag on the play, and Moss has caught the pass, and it's in the end zone anyway. Touchdown. Just throw it as far as you can. Randy Moss is amazing. Randall Cunningham is amazing.
TGIF on the Armchair Quarterbacks. Justin Waller and Mac McGee are back at it every Friday evening right here on the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel and your local CBS Sports affiliates. We're talking the NFL, Major League Baseball, Southern football, so grab you a cold one. It's finally Friday on the Armchair Quarterbacks. Waller and McGee getting you ready for your sports weekend. The Armchair Quarterbacks are covering America's pastime from spring training all the way to the Fall Classic.
5-2 Dodgers in the ninth. They've done it. Like the 1969 Mets. It's the impossible dream revisited.
And Myers bringing it. And the pitch is hit in the air. Foul off first. Benzinger backing and calling. And the 1990 World Championship belongs to the Cincinnati Reds.
The Twins are going to win the World Series. The Twins have won it. It's a base hit. It's a 1-0 victory.
Left field, way back. Blue Jays win it. The Blue Jays are World Series champions. As Joe Carter hits a 3-run home run in the ninth inning, and the Blue Jays have repeated as World Series champions. Touch them all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
Armchair.
The Armchair Quarterbacks are covering America's pastime from spring training all the way to the Fall Classic.
5-2 Dodgers in the ninth. Got him. They've done it. Like the 1969 Mets, it's the impossible dream revisited.
And Myers bringing it. And the pitch is hit in the air. Foul off first. Benzinger backing and calling. And the 1990 World Championship belongs to the Cincinnati Reds.
The Twins are going to win the World Series. The Twins have won it. It's a base hit. It's a 1-0 victory.
Left field, way back. Blue Jays win it. The Blue Jays are World Series champions as Joe Carter hits a 3-run home run in the 9th inning, and the Blue Jays have repeated as World Series champions. Touch 'em all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
Armchair.
It all starts with just one thing. Get to know your local beekeeper. You can make sure they don't use chemicals in the hive, that they only sell surplus honey, plus locally produced honeys have a smaller carbon footprint. Find tips and more at onethingus.com. What's your one thing?
TGIF on the Armchair Quarterbacks. Justin Waller and Mac McGee are back at it every Friday evening right here on the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel and your local CBS Sports affiliates. We're talking the NFL, Major League Baseball, and Southern football, so grab you a cold one. It's finally Friday on the Armchair Quarterbacks. Waller and McGee getting you ready for your sports weekend. Make sure to keep it locked in here on Armchair Quarterback Radio. We're not one-trick ponies. We cover the entire NFL, past and present.
3rd down and 6 at the 9. And Bo Jackson to the 20 and out in front. And only one man to beat, and Easley can't run him down. He had the angle, but there goes Bo. And nobody catches Bo. Touchdown. Dion. Back like he started and turns the corner into Giant territory and leave it to Dion to break it open for a touchdown. What a run. Dion comes in as a receiver. Sanders going his way, but there's double coverage. Dion is able to beat the coverage, but intercepted by Sanders. Can he score again? There he goes, Dion. 71 yards. That's what the Dion tonight, a 59-yard punt return for a TD, a 55-yard pass reception, a 39-yard punt return, and a 71-yard interception return.
It's important to remember the value of taking time for ourselves, to do the things that help us grow and explore, like learning something new. And now with the Great Courses Plus, it's never been easier to experience the joys of learning. The Great Courses Plus offers thousands of streaming videos that cover hundreds of fascinating topics, from World War II to choosing the perfect wine. You can even take a course on the U.S. government or dealing with stress and anxiety. And because the Great Courses Plus partners with world-class professors and experts, you're always receiving thoroughly vetted, high-quality content from every lecture. Plus, you can watch or listen anytime, anywhere with the Great Courses Plus app. So take a little time for you. Sign up for the Great Courses Plus today for a free month of unlimited access. Visit thegreatcoursesplus.com/radio to get started. That's thegreatcoursesplus.com/radio.
Armchair Quarterback Radio. We cover the world of baseball from start to finish.
Baerga is 0 for 3. Left center field. Grissom on the run. The team of the 90s proves its world championship. A liner off Marcus Cole into center field. The series. Precious. Fittingly with a throw, the Yankees have done it again. Number 24. They are the world champions of baseball in 1998. Chance of a lifetime for Luis Gonzalez. 2-2, bottom of the ninth, game 7 of the World Series. Bases loaded. Center field. Red Sox fans have longed to hear it. The Boston Red Sox are world champions. In the air to left, well hit. Back is Craig. What a team. What a run. The Cardinals are world champs in 2011.
ACC football covered like no other here on the Armchair Quarterback.
Against the blitz. Touchdown, Florida State. Preston scores the touchdown. And now it's Bowden's decision. And he sends Mowry onto the field right away. Danny Cannell is the holder. Mowry. This game is over. A 31-31 tie. A 31-31 tie.
A deep throw by Lawrence. A lot of contact. Justin Ross broke free from it. He's down in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. Justin Ross, a freshman wide receiver, big, rangy, and Trevor Lawrence knows. Throw it up against that single coverage. Give him a chance to make a play on a 50-50 ball.
If you're a fan of the ACC, pull up an armchair. You're home. Hey y'all, I'm Mac McGee, and you don't want to miss as we covered the entire NFL on Armchair Quarterback Radio.
12-0 Chicago Bears. If they could go all the way, they would be 19-0. The last undefeated team in pro football history. These Miami Dolphins. 72, 14-0 regular season. After the Super Bowl, they were 17-0. For third down and 6. Cooper, Moore, and Clayton. Out of the way. Into the arms of Clayton. Oh, and are things going right for the Dolphins tonight? 42-yard touchdown, batted into the air at the line of scrimmage. This is vintage Monday Night Football. Final seconds ticking off. Bears will not go undefeated. What a victory for the Dolphins. And Dan Marino reigns supreme once again.
Hey, baseball fans, the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel is going to bring you the baseball game of the week on Thursday nights. Tones Areola and Mac McGee bringing you the action, the biggest game of the week in all of Major League Baseball. That's Thursday nights, this baseball season, the MLB game of the week, right here on the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel.
Tom has been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. I was really starting to worry.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
I'm Amy Lawrence, and I'm up late, always, after hours, hanging out with you on CBS Sports Radio. Check it out, 2 a.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Pacific.
Thirsty Thursdays, it's the Armchair Quarterback Show. Joey and Tones Areola, Mac McGee, and the rest of the guys dropping by, talking baseball, football, and everything in between. It's the Armchair Quarterbacks on Thirsty Thursdays, 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central.
Enjoy sun-drenched days, epic stays, and plenty of room to roam in Greater Fort Lauderdale. Our hotels, attractions, and restaurants have taken the Visit Lauderdale's Safe and Clean pledge, so you can relax and explore with confidence. When you're ready for that well-deserved staycation, our 23 miles of golden beaches await. Find wide-open spaces to hike, bike, kayak, and paddleboard. Visit your favorite attractions, then dine out in style in socially distanced dining rooms or al fresco on waterfront patios. Learn more at sunny.org.
To protect his family from disaster, Steve used his camera phone. Done. By taking pictures of his important documents, Steve can always have them stored online. Learn more simple disaster prep tips at ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
Remember, if for any reason you must leave your radio, please have the man at the door stamp your ear so you can listen again later.
The Armchair Quarterbacks on YouTube Live, covering the AFC South and NFC South along with the rest of the NFL. Subscribe and like us today. Your first choice for sports talk live from the First Coast. Armchair Quarterbacks Radio covers the whole SEC the whole season long.
Dobbs heaves it. They're bunched up in the end zone. It's tipped up. It's caught. It is caught. Jawan Jennings.
Just the start of things. First quarter at the Geeta Bowl in Jacksonville. And Walker digs to the right. Gets outside. The 35. Look out. He's past midfield and he's got a blocker. Cuts to the inside. Herschel Walker. There he goes again.
Straight up the middle. Touchdown. Delayed reaction, but Tebow got in. Oh, jump pass. How about that? Oh, my gosh. That looks like 1955. Holy cow. Are you kidding me?
Armchair.
SEC! I'm not audible. How audible I'll use.
Omaha! Red Polly! Blue Poncho! Dilly! Rambo! Give me Kershaw here, Kershaw!
You're listening to the Armchair Quarterbacks.
Stop, Japan! Richmond, New York! Richmond, Florida! Sally, Buffalo! Check! Hey, Short Ox! Buda Raiders! Omaha!
This portion of the show is being brought to you by The Best Things in Life, which are still free with minimum purchase at participating dealers.
Dread running to the post office? Stamps.com brings post office and UPS services right to your computer. Send letters, ship packages, and get up to 40% off USPS and up to 62% off UPS rates. Nearly 1 million small businesses use Stamps.com to save time and money. It's a no-brainer. So skip the post office and visit Stamps.com.
Hi, this is Britney Spears.
What up, this Jay-Z.
This is Jennifer Lopez. Armchair.
Thirsty Thursdays, it's the Armchair Quarterback Show. Joey and Tones Areola, Mac McGee, and the rest of the guys dropping by, talking baseball, football, and everything in between. Catch the Armchair Quarterbacks on Thirsty Thursdays, 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central. Hey Braves fans, the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel are bringing you Braves baseball all season long. Hi, I'm Mac McGee, and I'll be bringing you Braves baseball play-by-play for the Braves fans out there, for all of Braves country. So pull up an armchair and join us for Braves country baseball, first pitch to last pitch, Tuesday and Friday nights, right here on the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel. Armchair Quarterback Radio, the gunslingers of sports talk.
And here's second-year quarterback Brett Favre out of Southern Mississippi by way of the Atlanta Falcons. They are hopeful he can succeed in the NFL. Here, Brett Favre, you want a challenge? Try this one. So with your best receiver out of the game, from the 35, 19 seconds left. Ball pumps, throws, a touchdown! Is there a spark of life in Green Bay? Touchdown! Yes! Danny Marino!
Here's Marino, wide open field, throws for a touchdown. It is number 37 on the season, breaks the all-time NFL record.
Going deep and open. Touchdown, Mark Duper. Duper has returned, and he is super.
They are going to bring pressure again. Rodgers is going to roll away, throws it up in the air, says a prayer. Janis does not stop it. Oh, please.
TGIF on the Armchair Quarterbacks. Justin Waller and Mac McGee are back at it 6 p.m. Eastern to 7 p.m. Eastern every Friday evening right here on the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel and your local CBS Sports affiliates. We're talking the NFL, Major League Baseball, Southern football, so grab you a cold one. It's finally Friday on the Armchair Quarterbacks, 6 p.m. Eastern to 7 p.m. Eastern. Waller and McGee getting you ready for your sports weekend.
You're listening to CBS Sports Radio. We are all sports 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Strong opinions and your phone calls. Expect it here. CBS Sports Radio.
Hey, baseball fans, the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel is going to bring you the baseball game of the week on Thursday nights. Tones Areola and Mac McGee bringing you the action, the biggest game of the week in all of Major League Baseball. That's Thursday nights. This baseball season, the MLB game of the week, right here on the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel. Hey, Braves fans, the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel are bringing you Braves baseball all season long. Hi, I'm Mac McGee, and I'll be bringing you Braves baseball play-by-play for the Braves fans out there, for all of Braves country. So pull up an armchair and join us for Braves country baseball, first pitch to last pitch, Tuesday and Friday nights, right here on the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel. Hey, baseball fans, the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel is going to bring you the baseball game of the week on Thursday nights. Tones Areola and Mac McGee bringing you the action, the biggest game of the week in all of Major League Baseball. That's Thursday nights. This baseball season, the MLB game of the week, right here on the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel.
Tom has been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. I was really starting to worry.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Armchair Quarterbacks Radio, living in an era of baseball where the impossible is unfolding right before our eyes.
Salvador Perez, the 2-2. Popped up, Sandoval, in foul territory. Giants win! A World Series win for the San Francisco Giants for the third time in the last 5 years. And their hero, Madison Bumgarner. The 1-2 again. Inside. 2015 World Champion. This is going to be a tough play. Bryant, the Cubs, win the series. Bryant makes the play. It's over. And the Cubs have finally won it all.
The game right now is at the plate. High fly ball. She is gone. It's been so improbable. The impossible has happened.
Armchair.
I'm Amy Lawrence, and I'm up late, always, after hours hanging out with you on CBS Sports Radio. Check it out, 2 a.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Pacific.
Thirsty Thursdays, it's the Armchair Quarterback Show. Joey and Tones Areola, Mac McGee, and the rest of the guys dropping by, talking baseball, football, and everything in between. It's the Armchair Quarterbacks on Thirsty Thursdays, 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central.
Enjoy sun-drenched days, epic stays, and plenty of room to roam in Greater Fort Lauderdale. Our hotels, attractions, and restaurants have taken the Visit Lauderdale's Safe and Clean pledge so you can relax and explore with confidence. When you're ready for that well-deserved staycation, our 23 miles of golden beaches await. Find wide-open spaces to hike, bike, kayak, and paddleboard. Visit your favorite attractions, then dine out in style in socially distanced dining rooms or al fresco on waterfront patios. Learn more at sunny.org.
To protect his family from disaster, Steve used his camera phone. Done. By taking pictures of his important documents, Steve can always have them stored online. Learn more simple disaster prep tips at ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
Remember, if for any reason you must leave your radio, please have the man at the door stamp your ear so you can listen again later.
The Armchair Quarterbacks on YouTube Live, covering the AFC South and NFC South along with the rest of the NFL. Subscribe and like us today. Your first choice for sports talk live from the First Coast.
You come at the king, you best not miss.
I might audible. If I audible, I'll use Omaha! Red Polly! Blue poncho! Do it! Rambo! Give me Kershaw here, Kershaw!
You're listening to the Armchair Quarterbacks.
Stop, Japan! Richmond, New York! Richmond, Florida! Cali, Buffalo! Check! Hey, Short Ox! Who the Raiders! Omaha! I'm out!
This portion of the show is being brought to you by The Best Things in Life, which are still free with minimum purchase at participating dealers.
Dread running to the post office? Stamps.com brings post office and UPS services right to your computer. Send letters, ship packages, and get up to 40% off USPS and up to 62% off UPS rates. Nearly 1 million small businesses use Stamps.com to save time and money. It's a no-brainer. So skip the post office and visit Stamps.com.
Hi, this is Britney Spears.
What up, this Jay-Z.
This is Jennifer Lopez. Armchair.
Thirsty Thursdays, it's the Armchair Quarterback Show. Joey and Tones Areola, Mac McGee, and the rest of the guys dropping by, talking baseball, football, and everything in between. Catch the Armchair Quarterbacks on Thursday, 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central. Hey, Braves fans, the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel are bringing you Braves baseball all season long. Hi, I'm Mac McGee, and I'll be bringing you Braves baseball play-by-play for the Braves fans out there, for all of Braves country. So pull up an armchair and join us for Braves country baseball, first pitch to last pitch, Tuesday and Friday nights, right here on the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel. Armchair Quarterback Radio, the gunslingers of sports talk.
Here's second-year quarterback Brett Favre out of Southern Mississippi by way of the Atlanta Falcons. They are hopeful he can succeed in the NFL. Here, Brett Favre, you want to try this one. Best receiver out of the game from the 35, 19 seconds. Is there a spark of life in Green Bay? Marino!
Here's Marino, wide open field, throws for a touchdown of number 37 on the season, breaks the all-time NFL record. Going deep and open.
They are going to bring pressure again. Rodgers is going to roll away, throws it up in the air, says a prayer. Janice, does he stop it? Oh, please.
TGIF on the Armchair Quarterbacks. Justin Waller and Mac McGee are back at it every Friday evening right here on the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel and your local CBS Sports affiliates. We're talking the NFL, Major League Baseball, Southern football, so grab you a cold one. It's finally Friday on the Armchair Quarterbacks. Waller and McGee getting you ready for your sports weekend. Don't miss a moment of heart-stopping NFL coverage on Armchair Quarterback Radio.
Riggins. He's going to go all the way unless Blackwood can catch him, and he can't.
3rd and 3. We'll see a pickup sometime on the right side, possibly. Montana looking, throwing in the end zone.
Only 12 seconds left to play third quarter. Here's Marcus Allen. Cutting back upfield, and Marcus Allen could be gone. 74 yards for Marcus Allen.
The quiet man of this football team, Scott Norwood. He can fire the shot heard round the world now. Here we go with 8 seconds to play. Drama here in the Super Bowl. But in the air, it's got the distance. Oh, God!
You're listening to CBS Sports Radio. We are all sports 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Strong opinions and your phone calls. Expect it here. CBS Sports Radio.
Hey, baseball fans, the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel is going to bring you the baseball game of the week on Thursday nights. Tones Areola and Mac McGee bringing you the action, the biggest game of the week in all of Major League Baseball. That's Thursday nights. This baseball season, the MLB game of the week, right here on the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel. You're listening to Braves Country Baseball. Please like and subscribe today. YouTube.com, Armchair Quarterbacks 1. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville 9 that day. The score stood 4-2 with but one inning more to play. And then when Cooney died at first and Barrows did the same, a pale-like silence fell upon patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn proceeded, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a hoodoo, while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude, grim melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single, to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more, there rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley. It rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat. For Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eyes. A sneer curled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in haughty grandeur there. Close by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of the storm waves on a stern and distant shore. Kill him! Kill the umpire! Shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With a smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult. He bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once the dun sphere flew, but Casey still ignored it, and the umpire said strike two. Fraud, cried the maddened thousands, and echo answered fraud. But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain, and they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is gone from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball, and now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light, and somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. Armchair Quarterbacks Radio, living in an era of baseball where the impossible is unfolding right before our eyes.
Salvador Perez, the 2-2. Sam the ball. In territory. Giants win. A World Series win for the San Francisco Giants for the third time in the last 5 years. And their hero, Madison Bumgarner. The 1-2 again. Inside. 2015 World Champion. This is going to be a tough play. Bryant, the Cubs, win the series. Bryant makes the play. It's over. And the Cubs have finally won it all.
The game right now is at the plate. High fly ball into right field. She is gone. In a year that has been so improbable, the impossible has happened.
Armchair.
Hey, Braves fans, the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel are bringing you Braves baseball all season long. Hi, I'm Mac McGee, and I'll be bringing you Braves baseball play-by-play for the Braves fans out there, for all of Braves country. So pull up an armchair and join us for Braves country baseball, first pitch to last pitch, Tuesday and Friday nights, right here on the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel.
So imagine how much I'm actually making to play. You know what I'm saying? No, I got to get my money. I'm not playing unless I get mine. It's not worth it. It's not.
For the first time in 39 years, the Boston Bruins have won the Stanley Cup.
Out of the zone. The Colorado Avalanche have won the Stanley Cup. Raymond Bourque, a dream has come true. They score with 28.8 seconds left. The Leafs have tied the game.
McCarty draws. McCarty in. McCarty scores! A magnificent goal! Darren McCarty!
Armchair Quarterbacks Radio, covering the NHL like no other.
You're listening to the Armchair Quarterbacks on CBS Sports Radio, #1 sports station.
I can't file. I can't type. I don't take dictation. I won't sharpen pencil. My boss calls me indispensable.
Miss Jones,
Just a minute.
will you make a copy of this?
Naturally. I push the button on the Xerox 914. I make perfect copies of whatever my boss needs by just turning a knob and pushing a button. Anything he can see, I can copy in black and white on ordinary paper. And am I fast? I can make 7 copies in a minute. Sometimes my boss asks me which is the original, and sometimes I don't know.
You're riding Morning Shotgun with the Armchair Quarterbacks. We're here weekdays, your first choice for sports talk here on the First Coast.
What's going on here, guys? All right, Coach. So basically, it was a holding call. But these dudes started me in their fantasy league, which is cool because this dude started our quarterback, but he started our kicker, and I started their defense. So it's kind of a pickle.
Compromising the integrity of this game with your fantasy football leagues? Listen to me. If there was holding, you make that holding call. I don't care if it was on our team or not. I care about this game too much to let you.
Coach, you started their defense too, didn't you? Yeah, you definitely started their defense.
Damn right I did.
Armchair.
If only the world was less like this.
I could use a smoke.
Hey, put that out.
And more like this.
I could use a smoke.
You murderer! I might have children one day.
Smoking kills, unless you kill first. If you're around a smoker, you will die. Smokers may look relaxed and like they're having fun. Don't believe it. Vote yes on Proposition 421. Let's outlaw smoking everywhere, even in people's homes, and allow honest citizens to legally kill anyone who smokes. Let's live in a world without smokers. Prohibition works. Let's prove it. Vote yes on Proposition 421.
Armchair.
Why are you the way that you are? I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry,
Baerga is 0 for 3. Left center field. Grissom on the run. The team of the 90s proves its world championship.
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America. You get in a ballpark, and it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
Touch 'em all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
Out of room in right center. If he hits one there, we can dance in the streets. The 2-1. Swung line drive left field. 1 run is in. Here comes Breed. Here's the throw to the plate. He is safe. Braves win. Braves win. Braves win. Braves win.
You're in Braves country.
We're down to 1 strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to first. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the job, baby. All throughout Braves country, pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all. Woo!
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we once were so gallantly
ball.
Hey, howdy, hi, and pull up an armchair, Braves fans. It is time for Braves baseball, the second part of a doubleheader. If you missed the first game, Atlanta lost it 5-4. I was trying to keep an eye on it. I was working my other gig, and what I saw basically was probably what you saw, and that is the Atlanta Braves did not play great defense, and that led to some runs that should not have been on the board. The big 3-run home run by Matt Olson was not enough. Braves lose it 5-4, but tonight we'll have Acuna, Olson, Riley, Ozuna, Albies, Duvall, Demerit, and Dansby with Contreras behind the plate, and they'll be facing Carlos Carrasco. We're hitting the ground running, so we'll do the Mets lineup in the middle of the inning as we are about set for Braves baseball. So Cookie Carrasco, as they call him, Carlos Carrasco, pretty formidable opponent. He's a right-hander with a 1-1 record, the 4.5 ERA, but a 1 whip, only a 2.14 batting average against. So hopefully Acuna can provide a spark for this offense, and we are ready for Atlanta Braves baseball. Hope y'all are excited as I am. The Braves took the first game of this series last night, and they lose today in the game 1. If they can win tonight, they would guarantee at least a split. Tomorrow's game is scheduled for a 1 o'clock first pitch. There is rain in the forecast, so we'll see how that goes. Here's the first pitch from Carrasco, and it's outside, taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Ronald Acuna Jr., of course, this season's just getting going. 176 average. Almost hit a home run out last night. If you missed that, went right to the wall, stolen at the wall. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it is inside, and it's quickly 2-0 to Acuna. Acuna 439 OPS, but like I said, just coming off the IL, just getting his feet wet again. I expect he will put charge in the offense in the near future. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and it is outside again, and Carrasco misses wide. It's 3-0. Matt Olson, who had a 3-run mammoth shot in the first game, is standing on deck. Braves nothing, Mets nothing, as we're just getting going here. Here's the 3-0 pitch, swung on, and that ball is ripped down the left field line. Here comes Acuna. He's digging for second, and he will have an easy stand-up double to start the Atlanta Braves first inning as he praises the heavens and gives the chop to the dugout. Ronald Acuna, his first double of the year, first extra base hit of the year, and he was flying. Good defense by the Mets to get the ball back in quickly. Acuna was, I'd say he was in about third, fourth gear, wasn't quite on fifth gear, but had the ball gotten away, he definitely would have been able to take advantage of it. So that's going to bring up Big Matt Olson to the plate. Olson's been struggling before that home run. And here's the first pitch to the Ice House, and it's outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Carrasco starting off with 4 balls in the first 5 pitches, and the only one that wasn't a ball was right down the heart of the plate that was roasted. Braves nothing, Mets nothing. Acuna leads off second. Here's the delivery, and it's just below the knees, and it's 2-0. Welcome to Braves Country Baseball. I'm Mac McGee, bringing you the action. We're here every Tuesday night and Friday night. Friday night, first pitch is a more normal 7:20. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and it is swung on and pulled to the right side. Acuna's going to advance to third as Olson is thrown out at first, and there's one away, leaving Austin Riley coming to the plate. And Austin Riley, of course, he has been solid all year long. Any kind of a ball hit to the right side, any kind of a deep fly ball is going to score Acuna. The Mets seem to be playing a normal defense, though they do know how good. Oh, now they move in. So now the Mets have moved in, and it's in. So anything hard hit's going to be hard to handle. Here's the first pitch, and it's a fastball high in the zone, and it's 0-1. Austin Riley, 7 home runs already, 286 batting average, 974 OPS as Carrasco gets the rosin bag and gives it a flip and walks around for a minute. Braves are in their road grays with the blue Atlanta top. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it is a fastball right by him, 94 miles an hour on the black, and it's 0-2. We'll keep you abreast of everything else going on in the world of Major League Baseball. Rangers and Phillies are underway. John Gray's coming back off the IL. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Riley, and swung on, missed, strike 3. He went fishing out of the zone, and then a big strikeout for Carrasco. And that'll leave it all up to Ozuna to try to drive in Acuna. Carrasco started off this inning kind of scuffling, but has quickly gotten 2 outs. Ozuna's on deck, and as he makes his way to the plate, he has arrived, and here he goes. The first pitch to Ozuna, and it's sawed off his bat, a comebacker, an easy out again for Ozuna, and that'll end the inning. So Ronald Acuna Jr. leads off with a double, but the Braves can't capitalize. We will be back in a flash with Braves Country Baseball.
I should have gone to law school or high school.
The Armchair Quarterbacks on YouTube Live. We cover Braves baseball, Red Sox, Yankees, Rays, Cubs and Cardinals, and the rest of Major League Baseball every day. Subscribe and like us today. Your first choice for sports talk live from the First Coast. Stay locked in on Armchair Quarterbacks Radio. Always just moments away from the big play.
There's Cunningham. Dodges left and puts it way downfield for Fred Barnett, who has the catch. And the race is on. There are no flags. A 95-yard touchdown.
The ball just over the goal line of the Cowboys. Dorsett, single setback. Big opening for Tony Dorsett. Look out, he's got great speed. 99 yards and a half. Dorsett down the sideline. Stays in bounds. Can you believe that? 99.5-yard run, I think, is the longest run in the history of the league.
Here's Cunningham back to throw it and going deep, and he's got Moss, and there's the flag on the play. Moss has caught the pass, and it's in the end zone anyway. Touchdown. Just throw it as far as you can.
Randy Moss is amazing. Randall Cunningham is amazing.
It all starts with just one thing. When recycling, rinse out jars and cans, and avoid recycling wax paper or paper soiled with food. This will reduce recycling contamination. Find tips and more at onethingus.com. What's your one thing?
Welcome back here to Braves Country Baseball. The Atlanta Braves send Kyle Wright to the mound with his 1.13 ERA and 0.83 whip. And he'll be taking on Nemo at the top of the order, followed by Lindor, McNeil, Alonso, Dom Smith, Kanya, J.D. Davis, Jankowski, and McCann behind the plate. First pitch is outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Trying to get caught up here, the seat of our pants. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it's called for a strike right down the heart of the plate. It's 1-1. 1-1 delivery, and slider called at the knees, and it's 1-2. Mets nothing, Braves nothing, and getting ready for the 1-2 pitch. As Wright is working fast, he misses inside. It's 2-2. That ball looked like it was actually on the plate. We'll get to the umpires in a bit. Here's the 2-2 delivery from Kyle Wright, and curveball taken inside and in the dirt. It's 3-2. Umpire crew for the night. So we get set here, and Wright asks for a new ball. He gets it. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and it is swung on, and that ball is sent back up the middle for a single. And quickly, the Mets have the leadoff runner on, and that'll bring Francisco Lindor to the plate. Good hit by Nemo. Sent it right back up the middle. Wright almost thought about making a play on it, but it sizzled right by his glove. Didn't really have a chance to react. Jeremy Riggs is behind the plate for the Braves. Brian Nora, first base coach. Chad Fairchild is the second base umpire. First base umpire, not first base coach. Here's the first pitch, and it's called for a strike. It's 0-1. Charlie Ramos is your third base umpire. And he called a very questionable game, to say the least, in game one. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it's a fastball outside the zone taken for a ball by Lindor, and that evens the count at 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and it's a fastball across the letters, missed, swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. One-two pitch as Wright looks in. Contreras sets up outside. Here's a fastball popped up high, and it should be an easy catch for Demerit, sitting over and camping out and left, and he's got it, one away in the New York first. We are back this Friday, Braves Country Baseball, 7:21 start, and it will be the Milwaukee Brewers coming to town. And of course, it's always special because that's the Hank Aaron weekend for obvious reasons when Milwaukee comes to town. So everyone will be repping their 44s in the stands, I'm sure. Wright flips it over to first to keep Nemo close by. Awaiting the first pitch to McNeil. Jeff McNeil batting .360 this year, off to a much better start. Struggled the past two seasons. Here's the first pitch to McNeil, and it swung on and hit to the other way, and he hits it past the shift. And just like that, the Mets got runners on first and second. He put a hit them where they ain't. Braves playing the shift on McNeil, and he outsmarted him, just flipped it the other way. He just made sure that he made contact, kind of almost swung it like a tennis racket to guide it. You could tell he was guiding it into that huge hole, and the Braves shift bites him again. Runners on first and second. One away. And that'll bring the big bat of Pete Alonso to the plate. Pete Alonso digs in. Known as the polar bear. Ex-Florida Gator. Kyle Wright gets the sign. Looks back at second. Here's the first pitch, and it's a fastball inside for a strike, 95 miles an hour just on the plate, and it's 0-1. Alonso batting .250 on the year, 4 home runs, 20 RBIs. In a big spot here. 0-1 pitch from Wright. Here's the delivery, and it's a fastball outside. taken for a ball, and it's 1-1. One delivery is Alonso steps out of the box for a second, then gets back in and does kind of a body lunge. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and swung on and fouled off of Alonso's shoe, and it's 1-2. Lots of big games tonight. We'll keep you updated. Braves are playing a shift once again. Olsen is all by his lonesome on the right side of the infield. Braves hoping to get the slow-footed Alonso into a double play, a heavy pull hitter. So Wright gets ready for the delivery, and here's the pitch, swung on fastball and fouled back into the stands over the right field first base side. And it's once again 1 ball and 2 strikes to Pete Alonso. Right, already with 14 pitches on this young inning, just 1 away, runners on first and second. Hard-hitting left-hander Dom Smith looms on deck. Braves would love to get a double play here. Kyle Wright with the 1-2 pitch. He kicks and fires and swung on, and it could be a 6. No, he's not going to have time to get the double play. Flips it over to first. Swanson grabs it and gets the out to Olsen. 6-3 put out. Kind of a slow developing play, and there was no way to get McNeil, who was hustling, down to second. Smart play by Dansby. And that'll bring up Dominic Smith, hitting .244, no home runs, 7 RBIs, but he does have a heavy bat and a heck of a left-handed hitter. You wonder if Wright might pitch around him. Kanye's on deck. He did hit a home run last night, but the righty-righty matchup. Here's the first pitch, and it's a curveball swung on and missed inside, and it's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup might be more to his liking, but we'll see how Wright and Contreras decide to attack him. Kind of a chilly night here in New York, in the high 50s. Most of your folks in the stands have some kind of a covering. Here's the 0-1 pitch, swung on, and it is hit down the left field line, and it is going to fall for a base hit. Both runs will score, and just like that, the Mets lead it 2-0 on a double by Dominic Smith. That ball was served out into left field and just got inside the line about a foot fair. Demerit was playing too far over to try to get to that. And not pitching around Smith bites the Braves, and the Mets lead it 2-0. Good piece of hitting by Dominic Smith. That's going to bring Kanya to the plate. Kanya coming over in free agency. The Mets were very busy spending a lot of money in free agency. This turnaround didn't happen just by accident. Here's the first pitch to Kenya, and it's a fastball at the knees. Looked like he was in the zone, but Blue's going to call it a ball. It's 1-0. Kenya off to a great start as well. He's batting .339, a home run, 8 RBIs. Braves desperately want to get back in the win column tonight. A loss would drop them 7 games behind the Mets. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it swung on and hit high and deep down the right field. Going back is Acuna, and he'll make the catch at the warning track. So Kenya gave it a ride. The Braves get out of it, but not before the Mets score 2. It's 2-0 New York. Braves fans. The
Make
Armchair.
sure when your shift is over, you go home alive.
Look at that. The Hendersons are getting a new fence.
Ah, who cares? They're swingers.
I want a new fence. That's it. We're never having sex again.
Need a home loan fast? At the American Bank of Los Santos, we'll help you get the debt you need to make life easier. We'll show you how to look richer and be poorer. You need to impress people fast, not in 20 years. It's only a risk if you get into money troubles or the economy changes. Call American Bank of Los Santos. Now that the kids have moved out and have drug problems of their own, maybe it's time to install a luxury marble wet bar so you can get drunk in private. American Bank of Los Santos. Why worry about tomorrow if you look inadequate today?
To protect her home and family in a disaster, Karen was willing to wade through water, mud, and insurance paperwork.
Yeah, I can do this.
You go, Karen! By simply understanding and updating what her insurance covers and doesn't cover now, she'll be better prepared no matter when disaster strikes. Learn other simple ways to protect your home and family before a natural disaster at ready.gov. That's ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
Lose some weight.
Oh, come on, Quigley. Will you don't give me that?
Look at me, 92. And I still enjoy swimming and golfing, and biking, all sports.
Whoopee.
That too.
Come on, after all at your age, must be down to a handshake, huh?
Yep, before and after.
I'm Amy Lawrence, and I'm up late, always, after hours, hanging out with you on CBS Sports Radio. Check it out, 2 a.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Pacific.
Welcome back here to Braves Country Baseball. And the first pitch is on the way to Ozzie Albies. It's outside by Carrasco, and it's 1-0. Ozzie Albies batting .206 on the year, 6 home runs, 11 RBIs. Him and Azuna have been scuffling, really killing the middle of the order. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it swung on, and that ball is roasted back up the middle. And just as I say it, Ozzie gets a leadoff single and gets something cooking here in the Braves second. Nice job by Ozzie staying behind the ball. It was a fastball down the heart of the plate. He didn't try to do too much of it. Carrasco had to duck for his dear life. Lindor tried to make a diving snag backhanded as they were playing Ozzie to pull, so Lindor was really playing more of a second base role. Great job by Ozzie to get things going here. Need a little bit of that and a lot more. And that's going to bring Adam Duvall to the plate. Adam Duvall, as the ball gets flipped over to first base, keeping Ozzie at bay. He's back in well before the tag. Another guy struggling. Adam Duvall hitting 174, just one home run. Middle part of that order has got to start waking up. Here's the first pitch by Duvall, and it's taken for a strike. It's 0-1. If you're just joining us, the Mets score 2 runs in the bottom of the first off a double. A 2-out double by Dominic Smith. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it swung on it. It's fouled off, and McCann, the catcher, goes down, gets up limping, walking it off. Looks like the ball fouled off. Looked like it was probably on the inside part of his. Yeah, looked like it hit the inner part of his thigh, just above the knee, right above where the protector is at. Looks to be okay. So it's going to be an 0-2 count to Adam Duvall. Duvall trying to find some way to get Ozzie over. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and it's a fastball high up above the eyes, and it's 1-2. Righty-righty matchup here. Duvall's got to find a way to stay out of a double play and move Ozzie along. Here's the 0-2 count. McCann sets up outside again. It's a fastball swung on, popped up high and out of play. Good job staying alive there. And it's 0-2. 1-2 once again. NHL playoffs got going. The basketball playoffs are going. We'll keep you abreast of all of that and the Major League Baseball scoreboard. All that coming up at the bottom of the second inning. Braves trail 2-0. This is a full game. There's no longer the 7-inning double headers like we had past couple of seasons. So it's no time to panic, but you'd love to get one back here. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it's swung on, and that ball's going to be dropped into left field. That was a puddle jumper over Lindor's head and right in front of the left fielder, Kanya, and there's runners on first and second with nobody out, and Travis Demeritte coming to the plate. He had to reach out on the outside part of the plate. Looked like that was the slider just got too much of the outer part of the plate, and Duvall was able to get the front head of the bat on it and drive it into left field. So a great piece of hitting by Duvall. That'll bring Travis Demeritte to the plate. Travis Demeritte been a nice surprise, batting .333, 2 home runs. One was an inside the Parker, 3 RBIs. Here's the first pitch to Travis, and it's a fastball in the inside part of the plate, and it's 0-1. Braves trail 2-0, but they got runners on first and second, nobody out. Top of the second inning, making Carrasco work. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and it swung on and missed, and it's blown right by him. So it's no balls, 2 strikes. Demeritte, first time seeing Carrasco. Here's the 0-2 pitch, set up high and swung on, strike 3. And Travis Demeritte was no match for Carrasco. And that 3 fastballs, 3 strikes, all 3 basically down the heart of the plate. And that'll bring Dansby Swanson to the plate. Dansby Swanson heating up a little, batting .226 and 1 home run. That sounds terrible. That's about a 70-point jump from just last week. So Dansby digs into the box. First pitch on the way, and it's off the plate just a little low, and it's 1-0. If Demeritte's going to be put that high in the lineup, he's going to have to be able to catch up with those fastballs and be ready for them. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Dansby, and it swung on and popped up high. Looks like a can of corn. It is for McCann, and he has it behind the plate. And just like that, there's 2 outs in the Braves' second. Pitch was about belt high inner part. Dansby had to have been looking for something on the outer part of the plate because he dug in and got the bat head underneath it. So that'll bring up William Contreras. And last time we saw him, Contreras was swinging the hot bat. I was a little surprised he was so far down in the lineup, but that's where they put him. Surprised he wasn't batting 7th. So this will be Contreras going up against Carrasco. First pitch to William is swung on and missed. Looked like the slider, and it's 0-1. Delivery as Carrasco looks back at second. Here's the pitch that swung on, just got a piece of it, knocks it foul. We'll do it again at 0-2. Slider on the outer part of the plate to start Contreras off. Sure, they got the scouting report that Contreras really handles the fastball well. So 2 on, 2 out, 2 strikes to Contreras. Here's a high pitch fastball. Tried to get him to chase it out of the zone, but he stood pat. And it's 1-2. Boston all over Milwaukee in the early going of the Celtics-Bucks game. That game is 18-3. Missing Marcus Smart. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Contreras, and it's in the dirt. It's passed, and both runners are going to advance. That ball skipped in front of McCann, bounced high. He couldn't find it. And I beg your pardon, only Ozzie advanced to third. Ozzie read it right, took off. He was absolutely lost. Duvall did not try to advance. He easily could have had it, but I think he was concerned that he was being deked in that situation. So 2 on, 2 out, top of the second. A 2-2 pitch. Deuces are wild. And here's the pitch and swung on. Missed strike 3. Slider drops out of the zone, and that'll end it. The Braves put 2 on, but cannot capitalize. We will be back in a flash. You're listening to Braves Country Baseball.
Why is there a pancake in the silverware drawer?
I mean, why is there silverware in the pancake drawer?
Enjoy sun-drenched days, epic stays, and plenty of room to roam in Greater Fort Lauderdale. Our hotels, attractions, and restaurants have taken the Visit Lauderdale's Safe and Clean pledge, so you can relax and explore with confidence. When you're ready for that well-deserved staycation, our 23 miles of golden beaches await. Find wide-open spaces to hike, bike, kayak, and paddleboard. Visit your favorite attractions, then dine out in style in socially distanced dining rooms or al fresco on waterfront patios. Learn more at sunny.org.
Don't miss a moment of heart-stopping NFL coverage on Armchair Quarterback Radio.
Reagan. He's going to go all the way unless Blackwood can catch him, and he can't.
3rd and 3. We'll see a pickup sometime on the right side, possibly.
Montana looking, throwing in the end zone. Clark caught it. Dwight Clark.
Only 12 seconds left to play third quarter. Here's Marcus Allen. Cutting back upfield, and Marcus Allen could be gone. 74 yards for Marcus Allen.
The quiet man of this football team, Scott Norwood. He can fire the shot heard round the world now. Here we go with 8 seconds to play. High drama here in the Super Bowl. But in the end, it's got the distance.
It measures just 9 inches in circumference, weighs only about 5 ounces, and is made of cork wound with woolen yarn, covered with 2 layers of cowhide, and stitched by hand precisely 216 times.
Welcome back here to Braves Country Baseball. The Atlanta Braves trail at 2-0. Kyle Wright with the shaky first inning. Some of it was defensive alignment, some just getting too much of the plate. But nonetheless, he'll face J.D. Davis to start everything off. J.D. Davis, batting .200, takes the first pitch at the knees for a strike, and it's 0-1. Yankees and Blue Jays are scoreless. That game is in the top of the first in Toronto. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Wright, and it's at the knees, called for a strike. Nice pitch, and it's 0-2. Starting this off, curveball, low with the knees. Kyle Wright kicks and delivers and gets the sign, and that ball is low, way below the shelf, and it's 1-2. 1-2 count to Davis as Davis steps out of the box. Noticing the Mets doing it a lot of this, trying to slow the pitchers down. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it's outside and taken for a ball. It's 2-2. Looks like it's a part of their game plan to try to slow down the pitchers. They step out of the box every single pitch. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and it's a slider outside, called for a ball, and it's 2-2. If you remember a couple of years ago, they were supposed to be cracking down on that. But I guess MLB is asleep at the wheel, worrying about pitch clocks, get the guys in the box. Here's a 3-2 pitch, and it is a slider outside the zone, taken for a ball. And it's a leadoff walk, 6-pitch walk to Davis to start the bottom of the second. Buck Showalter is known as a very crafty veteran manager, and you wonder if he went over this with his players. I haven't watched a lot of Mets games, haven't paid attention, but starting to look like that this is a pattern with all their batters. They're all stepping out of the box. You don't see that as much anymore. Here's the first pitch, and it is a fastball low, taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Jankowski comes to the plate, batting number 8 this game. He was the leadoff batter in the first game, batting .360 from the left side, and the 1-0 pitch is outside for a ball. It's 2-0. Braves have come to rely on Kyle Wright and what he can do on the mound. Need a big outing from him tonight. Here's the 2-0 delivery. Nobody out. Davis leads off first. Wright fires and delivers. Swung on and back up the middle. Dansby's got it. He is going to get the slow roller and step on second. Was not going to have enough time to get the speedy Jankowski at first, so it's just one out. But Jankowski, who can run with the best of them, is on first with one away. And that'll bring the catcher, McCann, to the plate. You got to figure a hit and run or a stolen base could be in play, as the Mets want to keep putting the pressure on the defense. Braves defense really let them down in the first game. If you missed that game, Ozzie Smith in the 5th inning tried to make a backhanded stab and throw across his body to second base, and the ball airmailed, putting runners on second and third, as opposed to there should have been an out at first. Kyle Wright fires over to first to keep Jankowski close. We're set for the first pitch for McCann. He leans back, gets the sign, and fires it towards the plate. It is a curveball on the outside. Missed just outside for 1-0. Mets 2, Braves nothing. Bottom of the second, 1-0 pitch, and it's a fastball up around the eyes and out of the zone. It's 2-0. Contreras trying to tell Wright to kind of slow it down a little bit. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And inside, swung on. Pulled to Riley. Riley fires over to Ozzie, and Ozzie flips it over to Olsen. So just like that, we're out of it with a 5-4-3 tailor-made double play. We're heading to break. When we come back, Acuna is coming to the plate. Riley's batting third. Thirsty Thursdays. It's the Armchair Quarterback Show. Joey Antones Ariola, Mac McGee, and the rest of the guys dropping by, talking baseball, football, and everything in between. Catch the Armchair Quarterbacks on Thursday, 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central. Welcome back here to Braves Country Baseball. Bottom of the second, we're going to go ahead and hit the scoreboard as Major League Baseball's in full swing tonight. Braves lose the first game 5-4. In that game, Matt Olson hit a towering 3-run shot. Right now, Yankees lead the Blue Jays 1-0, bottom of the first. Angels and Red Sox, no score in the second. Diamondbacks and Marlins, Arizona's up 2-0 in the third. Phillies 3, Rangers 2. That game's in the second. Twins and Orioles scoreless in the first. The rest of the games get going later. In the NBA, here's the first pitch to Acuna, and it is a curveball in the dirt. Missed for a ball. It's 1-0. The Boston Celtics are blowing out the Bucks 30-19 in the first quarter. Ronald Acuna Jr. led off the game with a double. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it swung on, fouled back against the screen, and it's 1-1. Rangers up on the Penguins 1-0. That game is in the first period. All the other games in the NHL have yet to start. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Acuna, and it swung on and fouled over the first base dugout. The slider that hung inside, but Acuna kind of mistimed it, and I believe was looking for something outside, so it kind of jammed him. And it's a 1-2 count to Acuna Matata. He gets set for the 1-2 pitch. Can sets up outside, and it's way outside. Slider missed, and it's 2-2. Matt Olson stands on deck. A bloop and a blast could tie this thing. Here's the 2-2 pitch. As Acuna gets ready, and it is a nice slider, drops off the plate, across the plate. It's taken for a ball. Great eye by Ronald. And it's a full count to Acuna. 3-2 pitch on the way. He delivers, and it is way off the plate. And Acuna takes all his gear off, flips the bat towards the dugout, and he'll take a leadoff walk to start the third. Good things happen when you get a leadoff walk. We've got something going here. And it's Matt Olson coming to the plate. Matt Olson trying to replicate what he did in game one with a big home run. His third of the year, 10 RBIs, now batting .283. Setting up outside. Here's the first pitch, and it swung on. 93-mile-an-hour fastball that was banged out of play, and it's 0-1. Acuna had second base stolen by a mile. He popped up at second, looked around, and the ump had to tell him that the ball was fouled off. I mean, it was going to be a no-doubter. I'm sure they'll have a discussion in the dugout of trying to relay to each other that if he has an inkling to go on the first pitch, to let him know. So here's the 0-1 pitch. there's been a big debate on whether or not Olson should be the number 2 hitter or if he should be number 3. They flip it over to first to keep Acuna close to the bag. He's in there easily. The 0-1 delivery, kicks and fire, swung on, and it's going to be a tailor-made double play as the ball is hit up second base, and quickly stepping on the second base bag and firing it over to first. Looks like that was J.D. Davis. J.D. Davis was playing the shift, and Olson just hit into that double play. They got him by about a half step. The slow-footed Olson was dead meat. Such a different inning that could have been had he not swung at the first pitch. But instead, you got Austin Riley coming to the plate, batting .283 with 7 home runs, and now no one on base. Here's the first pitch to Austin, and it swung on, fouled back out of play, 94 miles an hour on the outer part of the zone. It's 0-1. Mets 2, Braves nothing. Still in the early going here. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it swung on, popped up high, and that is a can of corn in the infield. Who's going to get it? Dom Smith's underneath it, and that'll end the inning. So 3 up, 3 down after the double play. The Braves trail 2-0. Mets grab the bats. We'll be back in a flash.
Sitzschlag.
Armchair Quarterbacks Radio covers the whole SEC the whole season long.
Dobbs heaves it. They're bunched up in the end zone. It's tipped up. It's caught. It is caught. Jawan Jennings.
Just the start of things. First quarter at the Gator Bowl in Jacksonville as Walker digs to the right. Gets outside. The 35. Look out. He's past midfield and he's got a blocker. Cuts to the inside. Herschel Walker. There he goes again.
Straight up the middle. Touchdown. Delayed reaction, but Tebow got in. Oh, jump pass. How about that? Oh, my gosh. That looks like 1955. Holy cow. Are you kidding me?
Armchair.
Hey, Braves fans, the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel are bringing you Braves baseball all season long. Hi, I'm Mac McGee, and I'll be bringing you Braves baseball play-by-play for the Braves fans out there. Pulling no punches, calling it how I see it for all of Braves country. So pull up an armchair and join us for Braves country baseball, first pitch to last pitch, all season long, right here on the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel.
Tell you one thing, that's 3 holding penalties on one football team in a quarter and a half. That ain't funny.
You're listening to Braves Country Baseball. Please like and subscribe today. YouTube.com, Armchair Quarterbacks 1. Welcome back here to Braves Country Baseball. First pitch by Kyle Wright, and Nemo's first pitch swinging. He hammers it high and deep into right field, and that ball is going back, and Acuna's going to grab it right at the warning track. There's one away. They were first pitch headhunting right for sure. And that'll bring up Francisco Lindor. Lindor batting second. Switch hitting shortstop. Comes to the plate from the left-hand side. First pitch is on the way, and it is a fastball way outside the zone. 96 miles an hour. It's 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it is a curveball. Nice snap to it, a little bit high in the zone. We'll take it. It's 1-1. Oh for 1 on the night. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and swung on and missed. Chase that one a little high, and it's 1-2. Kyle Wright sets and delivers. Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled out of play, and it's 1-2. Wright working a little faster here. You don't see Lindor dancing in and out of the box like the others have. Here's the 1-2 pitch and curveball, strike 3. Lindor thinks it was outside. He might have a gripe, but Blue says it kissed the black. About letters high. And if it was on the plate, it was barely on the plate. So you got to keep that in mind when you got the sticks, Atlanta. He is calling a wide zone, which tends to happen the second game of a doubleheader. There's 2 away in the Mets' third inning. If you missed it earlier, the Braves dropped game 1 5-4. Here's the first pitch, and it swung on and hit back up the middle. Ozzie is going to try to backhand it, and McNeil will beat that out. He did it again. He beat the shift. He just kind of flailed it over, and the only person who even has a remote chance of making that play is Ozzie, but he's going to the backside of second base and throwing off his right foot. Just no chance of making that throw with the speedy McNeil. So McNeil, he's now 2 for 2 hitting against the shift. That'll bring the big bat of Pete Alonso to the plate. Alonso 4 home runs on the year. And here's the first pitch. It's fired and fouled back out of play. 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 0-1. Pete Alonso, the Mets in their all white and striped uniforms with the Mets across the blue Mets across the chest with the orange trim. Braves are in the road grays with the road blue tops. And the 0-1 pitch is inside for a ball. It's 1-1. The red Atlanta over the red Tomahawk. One pitch on the way to Pete Alonso. He kicks and fires, and it's a curveball outside the zone, a little high. It's 2-1. Braves are now playing a full shift. Olsen all by his lonesome on the right-hand side. Ozzie playing left of the second base bag. Anything to the right side is going to be trouble. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Alonso. They set up inside and swung on and fouled down third base line. That evens the count at 2-2. Slider at 93 miles an hour. So you got a 2-2 count with 2 away, 1 on. Mets lead at 2-0. Kyle Wright trying to put an end to this inning. The heart of the Braves order coming up. Here's the 2-2 pitch, swung on, and it's dumped into right field. A little blooper. Acuna's on it. He'll get it into the infield, but not before McNeil goes first to third. So he was hustling all the way. And there's runners on the corners. 2 away, and the dangerous bat of Dom Smith coming to the plate. Left-handed Dom Smith, he hit a double, a 2-out double in the first inning, putting the first 2 runs on the board. Similar situation to what we have here. So will they pitch to him or take their chances with Kanya and pitch around Dom Smith, see if he'll chase something? Here's the first pitch from Kyle Wright. Wright gets the sign from Contreras, and first pitch is a fastball swung on and just foul. Olson had it, was ready to step on the bag to end the inning, but the ball just went foul, and it's 0-1. That was a very close play. And I'm sure the Mets have a sigh of relief that ball went foul. So here's the 0-1 pitch to Smith, and it is a sinker inside just off the plate. It's 1-1. Kyle Wright already up to 46 pitches on the night. One pitch. Setting up outside, and he misses way inside again. Almost gets Smith with the sinker. Might have been the changeup, but it's 2-1. Wright having a little bit of control issues here. Trying to dance around the danger. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and it is swung on and hit back up the middle, but on it is Dansby. Dansby fires it across the infield. Olson's got it for the third out. So the Braves breathe a sigh of relief. We'll head to the top of the fourth, trailing 2-0.
I'm Amy Lawrence, and I'm up late, always, after hours, hanging out with you on CBS Sports Radio. Check it out, 2 a.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Pacific.
ACC football covered like no other here on the Armchair Quarterback.
Reggie Gillespie dives into the end zone. The winning points from North Carolina State. And the teams come together in the end zone, pushing, shoving between the pack and the heels as Gillespie has scored the winning points, his fifth rushing TD. But these teams need to be separated. The emotion boils over on the last play of the game as Gillespie goes to the end zone. And it's a sea of Carolina blue and state red.
And Carruthers gets into it, and they've doused him, and now we've got a big brawl out on the field. Marring would have been the 200th victory for Bobby Bowden. Look at this. That's an ugly mess down there. This is ugly. Trying to get it cleared up down there, although there's still some bodies flying around.
ACC football, backyard brawls all year long.
I'm up. Biggest pick of the draft. Fifth pick, 6th round. TJ Houshmandzadeh. Yes. Lock it up.
Who?
What? TJ, how's vanilla? All right. TJ, who's your mama?
Fantasy Rule 17. Know how to pronounce your draft picks.
You mean TJ Houshmandzadeh from the Bengals?
Put him on the board. Houshmandzadeh. Got it. Championship.
Fantasy football time. It's fantasy football time.
This is Jim Rome. Join me in the jungle for your phone calls and the biggest names in sports. Stop by weekdays, noon until 3 Eastern, 9 to noon Pacific.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. The Atlanta Braves trail 2-0. First pitch to Ozuna is a called strike, and 0-1 on the way is a fastball outside the zone. It's 1-1. One count from Carrasco, and it's inside. But Blue's been calling that all night. Ozuna looks at him like he's crazy. It's 1-2. Home plate umpire Jeremy Riggs. We've seen him before. He is has a zone of his own. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it is in the dirt, taken for a ball. It's 2-2. 2-2 pitch on the way. And here's the delivery, swung on and fouled back out of play. It's 2-2. Boston leads Milwaukee 44-29 in the NBA Eastern Conference semifinals. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Ozuna. It swung on and fisted to the right side, but just a little blooper that goes right into the glove of the first baseman, Smith, and there's one away in the Atlanta fourth. Two nothing. Mets got both of their runs in the bottom of the first inning. Braves have yet to get on the board here. They have threatened a little bit. Here's the first pitch to Ozzie Albies, and he hits it hard down the first base line, plenty foul, and it's 0-1. Carrasco doing well with the pitch count, only at 44 pitches with one away here in the fourth. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it swung on. That ball's hit hard into right field, but right at Jankowski. And there's two away in the Atlanta fourth. Braves and Mets are right back at it again tomorrow, 1 o'clock. First pitch. A little surprising that they did this, putting 4 games in 3 days and a 1 o'clock start off a doubleheader. You don't see that very often. One of these games is a makeup from the lockout, but still a strange setup. Here's the first pitch to Adam Duvall, and it's taken outside for a ball. It's 1-0. The Braves will only travel to New York twice all year long. 4 games this time around, 5 games in 4 days the next time around. Total of 9 games all in total. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it is outside for a ball. It's 2-0. Mets and Braves will play 10 times in Atlanta. If you wonder how that works, teams take turns with the 19 games played, going 9 at home, 10 on the road, and vice versa. 2-0 pitch is fouled off the plate. Sinker at the knees, and it's 2-1. Starting next year, you won't get as many games in division. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and it swung on and hit out of play over the first base dugout. And it evens up the count at 2-2. Starting next year, you will play every single team at least one series. They have yet to break down how it's going to work, but you're going to see every team in Major League Baseball. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and it swung on and hit hard over to short, but on a line and right to Lindor. He barely has to move, and he scoops it, gets the out, and that'll end the inning. We head to the bottom of the fourth. The Braves trail 2-0.
The Almighty says this must be a fashionable fight. It's drawn the finest people.
Tom has been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. I was really starting to worry.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Let's keep the Dodgers in Brooklyn. Our house is not a home without some...
But you know, I want to say one thing in all seriousness. I feel sorry for you people that don't drink. I mean it, because when you wake up in the morning, that's as good as you're going to feel all day.
Armchair.
Playoffs?
talk about? Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
One summer day in 1839 at Cooperstown, New York, on the shores of Lake Otsego, the local academy was playing a game of town ball against Green's Select School. The rules of town ball were so loose that every hit was fair, and boys sometimes ran headlong into one another. That day, an academy player named Abner Doubleday sat down and on the spot drew up the rules for a brand new game and called it baseball. Abner Doubleday would eventually become a hero at the Battle of Gettysburg, and his game would become the national pastime, or so the legend has it. Abner Doubleday really was a distinguished soldier, but he was at West Point, not Cooperstown, that summer. Never claimed to have had anything to do with baseball, may never have even seen a professional game.
Welcome back here to Braves Country Baseball. The Atlanta Braves trail it 2-0. The Mets will send Mark Kanya to the plate. It's Kanya, Davis, and Jankowski, the 6-7-8 hitter for New York. First pitch is on the way, and it's a curveball at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. Can't say Wright's had the same crisp stuff that he's had at the beginning of the year, but he doesn't look that bad. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it is way outside, slider in the dirt, and it's evens the count at 1-1. Kyle Wright already at 50 pitches. They'll definitely keep an eye on that. And here's the 1-1 pitch, and it is a comebacker right up the middle for a single. As Kenya reaches on a leadoff single to get the Mets going here in the bottom of the fourth. It was an atom ball hit just over the shoulder of Wright as he tried to flail at it with his glove. Ozzie had no shot as he was playing far left of the second base bag. We all know the Braves will die on that hill. They will shift you to death, but you wonder sometimes if it should always be a uniform shift with some of these batters. Here's the first pitch at the knees inside and called for a strike to JD Davis. It's 0-1. Albies is now playing a little right of second base, excuse me. They still are on the shift, but if he was standing in that general area, the last pitch, it would have been an easy snag. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it is a fastball on the outer part of the plate called for a ball, and it's 1-1. Be interesting also to see who plays tomorrow after a doubleheader in an early game for both sides. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and it swung on, grounded up the middle to Dansby. Dansby's on it, steps on the bag, fires it over to first. Olson's got it, and just like that, the rally's killed with a 6-3 double play. Never used to see those years ago, and now they've become more and more happenstance because of all the shifting. So that'll bring up Travis Jankowski to the plate. Jankowski grounded into a fielder's choice in the second, did reach base. Here's the first pitch, and it is a drag bunt attempt by Jankowski trying to get on. It's 0-1. Drag bunt went foul quickly. The number 9 hitter, Jace McCann, stands on deck. We've seen a few of these batters for the Mets that are willing to beat you on that shift. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it is a nice curveball, snaps at the knees. Called for a strike, and it's 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch, swung on. It's a comebacker to right. This time he can handle it, flips it over to first. We get an easy out there. So that'll end the inning. The Braves will grab the sticks. 7, 8, 9 coming to the plate. They trail it 2-0, excuse me. Hey, baseball fans, the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel is going to bring you the baseball game of the week on Thursday nights. Tones Areola and Mac McGee bringing you the action, the biggest game of the week in all of Major League Baseball. That's Thursday nights. This baseball season, the MLB game of the week, right here on the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel. Hey, Braves fans, the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel are bringing you Braves baseball all season long. Hi, I'm Mac McGee, and I'll be bringing you Braves baseball play-by-play for the Braves fans out there, for all of Braves country. So pull up an armchair and join us for Braves country baseball, first pitch to last pitch, Tuesday and Friday nights, right here on the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel. I'm not audible. I'll use Omaha! Red Polly! Blue Poncho! Dilly! Rambo! Maybe Kershaw here, Listening to the Armchair Quarterbacks on CBS Sports Radio. Richmond, New York! Richmond, Florida! Sally, Buffalo! Hey, short ox! Buddha, Flamers! Omaha! Come on! Welcome back here to Braves Country Baseball. The Atlanta Braves trail 2-0. The Braves needing at least a split in this series. You don't want to lose the series. Looking at the games ahead on the Braves schedule, tomorrow, 1 o'clock first pitch. We already talked about that. Here's the first pitch to DeMeritt. He swings and hits it right to Lindor. Easy out. And there's one away. Braves play at 1 o'clock tomorrow. And the way that they set up their pitching staff, they set it up to come in here and take this 4-game set. It's one of the reasons why you saw them punt it against the Rangers. Could have easily used one of those kids to pitch one of these doubleheader games that they went to over the weekend. Here's the first pitch to Swanson, called on the outside part of the plate, and it's 0-1. Ian Anderson will be on the hill tomorrow for the Braves. They'll send Tyler McGill, and he has been tough. Atlanta is off on Thursday, a much-needed rest. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it swung on. That ball's easily grounded over to Lindor. He fires it over first. It's in the dirt, but Smith's able to backhand it and save Lindor's bacon, and there's 2 away. Braves are not making Carrasco work at all. Early swinging. On Friday, Atlanta plays 7:20 first pitch at home against the Brewers, who are off to a great start. And that should be Bryce Elder on the mound. Here's the first pitch to Contreras. It's below the knees, but it's called for a strike. It's 0-1. Saturday, we'll be back to our normal rotation. And the Braves host the Brewers at 7:20 on Sunday as well. 0-1 pitch is off the plate. Did he go? He did not. Evens the count at 1-1. And then Sunday, 1:35 first pitch. All against the Brewers. Braves will then have another day off Monday, so they can really get their house in order, especially with their pitching. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and it's inside. That inside strike, Blue keeps calling, so you can't be surprised by it by now. And it's 1-2. McCann's doing a great job of framing it. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and swung on and dragged foul. We'll do it again at 1-2. Next week, Atlanta hosts the Boston Red Sox. Tuesday night, 7:20 first pitch. We will have that game. And 7:20 Wednesday night. And then once again, they will be off next Thursday. Here's the 1-2 pitch, swung on and fisted into right field. Great job of fighting off that fastball. Contreras sent it the other way, and there's one on with two away, bringing the top of the order to the plate. Just to finish that thought, the Braves will then host the San Diego Padres a week from Friday night. That game is an Apple TV Plus only game. We will have the broadcast. A lot of folks are going to be upset in both markets, but the only way to get that is Apple TV Plus. Here's the first pitch to Acuna, and it swung on and missed. Looked like the slider just off the plate, and it's 0-1. Oh-1 pitch to Acuna, and it swung on, and this one's pulled over to the third base side. He'll fire it over to first, and an easy out. So another easy inning for Carrasco. He is cruising through 5. The Mets lead it 2-0. Hey, baseball fans, the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel is going to bring you the baseball game of the week on Thursday nights. Tones Ariola and Mac McGee bringing you the action, the biggest game of the week in all of Major League Baseball. That's Thursday nights. This baseball season, the MLB game of the week, right here on the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel. Welcome back here to Braves Country Baseball. We're going to hit the scoreboard for you real quick as the Atlanta Braves are trailing at 2-0 heading to the bottom of the 5th. A really fast moving game. This game started at 6:45 and we're already into midway through the game. Major League Baseball tonight. Here is your scoreboard. Braves dropped the first part of the doubleheader earlier today, 5-4. Blue Jays and Yankees, they're tied up at 0-0. That is heading into the 4th. Angels and Red Sox, Boston is up on Noah Syndergaard 1-0. White Sox 1, Cubs 0. Diamondbacks and Marlins, Arizona leads at 2-0. That game's in the 5th. Rangers and Phillies are tied up in the 4th. Twins and Orioles, that game is deadlocked at 0 in the 4th. Reds, Brewers, that game is scoreless. They're just beginning. It's heading to the 2nd. All the other action is later tonight. Over in the NBA, they're at the half, and the Celtics are blowing out Milwaukee 65-40 at halftime. Here's the first pitch on the way from Kyle Wright, and it's inside to McCann. It's 1-0. And over in the National Hockey League, they've began their playoffs. Rangers, 1-0 pitches on the way, swung on and missed, looked like the sinker. McCann just swung over the top of it. Evens the count at 1-1. Rangers lead the Penguins. That game is heading to the second. And the Capitals are over the Panthers 1-0. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and it's another sinker swung on. Might have got a small piece of it, but Contreras was able to hold on, and in the glove, it's 1-2. Due up in the Braves' sixth inning. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It swung on, grounded. It's a nibbler. And I mean, the Mets have gotten this all game, all series long. It was a dribbler that just died. Riley had to stick it in his pocket, and it's a leadoff single. It'll look like a line shot in the scoreboard, in the scorebook, but it was basically a swinging bunt. When you're hot, you're hot. So Kyle Wright having to work out of trouble again. Charlie Morton saw a lot of this in the first game. And I do believe it leads to poor control the longer you're out there. Having to force things. Here's the first pitch. It's way outside. Fastball called for a ball, and it's 1-0. After this stint, the Braves will be embracing that day off on Thursday and then having several days off over the next couple of weeks before they get back into the meat of the schedule. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it's a fastball on the outside part of the plate, called for a strike, and it's 1-0. Brandon Nimmo, 1 for 2 on the night with a single and a run. He stands at the plate from the left side on the 1-1 pitch. They set up outside, and it swung on and popped into center field. Did he get that? Duvall's going back against the wall. He's on the run and makes the catch at the wall on the run at the 370 sign. Scattering back to first base is Brian McCann. I said Brian McCann. That's the brave in me. Jason McCann, as he was on his horse, got all the way to second and had to retreat. And there's one away, bringing Francisco Lindor to the plate. Lindor, the $330 million man, batting .255, 4 home runs. Been involved in a few controversies in his short stint in New York. Here's the first pitch, and it is a fastball fouled back out of play, and it's 0-1. Lindor, if you remember last year, he and Javi Baez, after the Javi Baez trade from the Cubs, they famously put the thumbs down to the Mets crowd. Really ticked off some New York fans. They said they were protesting the Mets fans booing them as the Mets were in the middle of a bad losing skid. 0-1 pitches in the dirt, and it's 1-1. The other thing was he had a strange situation. The 1-1 pitch is on the way, 1 on, 1 out, and fastball high in the zone. Did he go around? Looked like he did, but third base umpire is going to say that he did not, and it's 2-1. He and Jeff McNeil got into it in the dugout, and there was some yelling and shoving. The other Mets players followed him down into the tunnel. Here's the 2-1 pitch, swung on and popped up, and that'll stay in the infield, just off the infield into the shallow part of the left center grass, and Dansby Swanson's going to grab it. There's 2 away. So when the Mets players followed him in there, reporters could not get in there to see exactly what happened, but it was being relayed that there was some scuffling, there was some yelling. Later on, Lindor told the story as he had seen a rat and had never seen a rat before, and that's what he was chasing down in the dugout. Nobody believed that story. Here's the first pitch to McNeil. He's 2 for 3 on the night, swung on, and that ball's going to be grounded over to second to Ozzie. He'll grab it, scoop it, and flip it over to Olson, and that'll end the inning. So the Braves trail 2-0, but they'll grab the bats, the heart of the order. Olson, Riley, and Ozuna's coming to the plate.
Well, you know I love my family. It's just sometimes I want to get in the car and run them all over.
Here are some baseball facts that you might not have known. You might know MC Hammer as the rapper who made You Can't Touch This. As a teenager, he was a bat boy for the Oakland Athletics, and Reggie Jackson gave him the nickname Hammer. Jackson thought MC Hammer looked like Hank Aaron, whose nickname was Hammer and Hank. The Yankees currently have a no beards policy, but the Cincinnati Reds actually had a similar policy for around 30 years. In the late 1960s, General Manager Bob Howsam enforced a no facial hair policy in order to give the Reds a presentable look. But the policy ended in 1999 when the Reds traded for Greg Vaughn.
It's the 21st century, and there are just so many fun and exciting ways to lose your money. So many ways to make your life even more interesting with crippling financial burdens. Why not one more way? New in Canada, it's Solitaire, MMORPG. Play with yourself online. See other people playing with themselves online. Poverty Poker Online, now offering Solitaire. A new way to lose all your money, even your home, from the comfort of your own home.
He was born on a Georgia farm in 1886 and named Tyrus after the ancient city of Tyre that stubbornly refused to surrender to Alexander the Great. His father was distant, demanding, and nothing young Tyrus could do ever seemed to satisfy him. The tense, skinny boy took out his anger on the diamond. He left home at 17 to play in the minors in Alabama and Tennessee. His father warned him, "Don't come home a failure." That admonition, Cobb recalled, put more determination in me than he ever knew. My overwhelming need was to prove myself as a man.
Welcome back here to Braves Country Baseball. The Atlanta Braves trail 2-0 in Queens to the Mets. And they will be bringing the heart of the order to the plate. Matt Olson, Austin Riley, and Ozuna. The combined 14 home runs. Here's the first pitch to Olson. It's below the knees, but called for a strike. It's 0-1. Matt Olson 0 for 2 on the night, ground out. Also grounded into a double play. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it swung on and hit into left center. Diving for the ball is Nemo. He misses it, and you can't find Nemo because the ball's out the wall. And Olson comes pulling into second base as J.D. Davis had to back him up. I'm sorry, Canyon had to back him up. Nemo went straight out and just flat out great effort, but missed it by about, we'll say 3 or 4 feet. Went up against the wall. It's a leadoff double by Olson. Ball kind of rattled into the below the sign and almost got stuck there, but did come out. Here's the first pitch to Riley. And it's fouled off out of play. It's 0-1. Matt Olson does not run well, and he'll tell you he doesn't, but he was hustling down to second base. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it is a fastball just off the plate, but benefit of the doubt gives it 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch swung on, and it is pulled over to the left side. Riley's going to be a ground out victim, but they had to backhand it and charge it. McNeil, by the time he got the ball, Olsen was able to go from second to third. So the bad news is the out. The good news is Olsen is at third with less than 2 outs, and Marcell Ozuna coming to the plate. Now, if Marcel's going to get him in on a pop fly, it's going to have to be deep. Olsen does not run fast. Here's the first pitch, and it's a fastball outside and off the plate. It's 1-0. Though Freddie Freeman was not the fastest of runners, he was a great base runner. And the good news is for the Braves, it looks like they're going to concede the run if Ozuna can make contact. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed off the plate. It's 1-1. Mets infield is playing way back, almost onto the grass. And they are in a full shift. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Ozuna, and he fouls it back out of play, and it's 1-2. Ozuna's got to shorten up that swing. He's got to make sure he does not strike out here or does another one of his weak pop outs that we've seen so much over the last couple of weeks. When he's hot, he's one of the hottest hitters in baseball, but when he's not, you kind of get a dud in the middle of your lineup. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Ozuna, and it is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Go sit him down. There's 2 away. You wonder how much longer Snitker is going to continue to put Ozuna in the middle of that lineup. He's not producing. And he's not even, he just flails at anything off the plate he cannot handle, as he's always pointing his foot towards the third base dugout. So that'll put Carrasco just 1 out away from getting out of this. Ozzy Albies comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2 and swings at the first pitch out of the zone. High for a ball, and it's 1-1. Oh, 0-1, excuse me. Ozzy had a single in the second inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Ozzy, and it swung on, and he hits it to the right side, but it's going to be another easy out. So we'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Braves trail 2-0.
Sheldon doesn't know when he's being mean because the part of his brain that should know is getting a wedgie from the rest of his brain.
Here are some baseball facts that you might not have known. While warming up for a game in 1983, Yankees player Dave Winfield accidentally hit a bird with a ball. After the game, he was actually taken to a local police station and charged with animal cruelty. Fortunately for Winfield, charges were quickly dropped. In 1970, the Cardinals signed a catcher out of high school named Randy Poffo. He played in the minors for the Cardinals and the Reds for 4 years before quitting baseball. He instead pursued professional wrestling, where he became the legendary Macho Man Randy Savage.
G'day. Hi, it's Dean, calling from Cyprus.
Buongiorno, Dino.
My mate wants me to rub sun cream on his back.
Holy dooly. A delicate matter, but a bird wingman is useless. So there are rules.
Okay.
Only put cream where he can't reach. Between his shoulder blades. The safe zone.
But anything else?
Whack it on thick, mate. Last thing you want to do is a second coach.
And remember, Dino, the following things are not permitted.
Eye contact.
Scented candles.
Power balance.
And do not apply if he's wearing budgie smugglers.
Are we all clear?
Crystal. Cheers, fellas.
No dramas.
Armchair.
Sale to a major league team seemed only weeks away, a sure sign of the success with which he hoped to win his father's favor. Then Cobb got a telegram. His father was dead, shotgunned. Cobb's own mother had shot him. Her husband thought she was having an affair, and when he tried to slip into her bedroom window at night to trap her with her lover, she shot him twice. Later, she said she had mistaken him for a prowler. My father had his head blown off when I was 18 years old by a member of my own family, Cobb told a writer when he was an old man. I didn't get over that. I've never gotten over it. 3 weeks after his father was killed, on August 30th, 1905, Ty Cobb played his first game for the Detroit Tigers.
Welcome back here to Braves Country Baseball. The Atlanta Braves lead it. I'm sorry, trail 2-0. That's the second time I've done that. I guess it's wishful thinking. as we are getting set for the first pitch, and it is outside the zone to Pete Alonso. It's 1-0. Pete Alonso singled in the third. Here's the 1-0 pitch. It's on the edge of the zone at the knees, and it's 1-1. One pitch from right, 72nd on the night, and it's a fastball swung on and popped up high down the left field line, going way foul up against the screen. And it's 1-2 to the big right-handed first baseman. Looks like they've got a good crowd for the second game in New York. A little sparse in the outfield, but all in all, considering the chilly weather and it being a Tuesday night, my guess is going to be around 26, 27,000. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Alonso, and did he go around? I think he did. No, they're going to say he didn't. He evens up the count at 2-2. They appealed down the first base line. They're going to say no. Looked like he offered at it, but nonetheless, 2-2 pitches on the way, swung on and hit high and deep into right field. And that ball is going to get over the right field wall. It's a solo shot and a 3-run lead for the New York Mets. Kind of looked like this was a outer part of the plate. So it was the same location. 4 of the 5 pitches were on the outside part of the plate, and he just stepped into it. I don't think you can give a good hitter that many pitches in the same location. He stepped into it. Acuna gave it chase, but ran out of room. Went over the wall. If he had been standing there, he might have had a chance to climb the wall, but that ball got out of here in a hurry. And so first pitch to Dom Smith is outside, and it's 1-0. Kyle Wright, when he's been pitching so well this year, he has gotten ahead of the batters early on. He has not done that tonight. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it is fouled down the first base line. Even up the count at 1-1. I can't imagine Wright's going to pitch past this inning. Snicker's going to ask him to give him all that he's got, and then a game where he hasn't had his best stuff. 1-1 pitches, fouled down the first base line again, and it's 1-2. Contreras behind the plate, which everyone knows how great of a game that d'Arnaud calls. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it swung on and fouled out of play. And it's 1-2 once again. d'Arnaud played in the first game. It's getting to the point where you would think d'Arnaud on his days off should actually be DHing. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it is on the outside part of the plate. Curveball called strike 3. Dom Smith does not like it, and he's arguing with Blue. Blue's not going to run him. But supposedly you're not supposed to be able to do that. He gave him an earful and just nodded on and went back to the dugout after he said his piece. So that's the first out of the 6th inning. Mark Canha is going to come to the plate, batting .344. It's off to a great start. Normally not a high hitting batting average. Canha normally is in the low to mid 200s, but brings plenty of pop. Here's the first pitch to Canha, and it is a fastball inside. Did that get Canha? I guess it skipped off the glove of Contreras and it's 1-0. Kenya's moving his arm, acting as though he thinks he got hit. Let's see. Looking at the replay, he did not get hit at all. It was the glove of Contreras that hit Kenya. So they are not going to appeal it, I don't believe. Saw Showalter walk towards the dugout steps, down in the dugout steps to get a verdict. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it is a curveball in the inside part of the plate, called for a strike, and it's 1-1. Kenya's definitely trying to get hit because on that pitch, he leaned his elbow in. He was trying to get hit without making it look obvious. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Kenya. It swung on, and sinker fouled off the plate, and it's 1-2. Update in Boston, the Celtics 71, Bucks 46. They're looking to tie that series up. So the 1-2 count to Kenya. As he steps out of the box, buying time. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it is a swung on comebacker. It's off of Wright's glove, deflects it off of to Dansby. Dansby charges it, fires it over to first, and makes the play. That was almost a disaster. You can't make the play. You don't want to ricochet it, but luckily Dansby was on it and got the ricochet, beat him out by easily a step. And there's 2 away in the New York 6th. Probably, actually, it was good fortune because if he lets it go and does not touch it, it's probably the ball's probably going to get to Ozzie, and he would have to throw off his back foot across his body. First pitch is in for a strike to Davis, and it's 0-1. JD Davis is 0 for 1 on the night, hitting 194, does have a home run. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it swung on, and that ball is hit hard over to Dansby, and it is an easy ground out, flip over to Olsen. That'll end the inning. We'll head to the top of the 7th inning. It's time to get some runs. Braves trail 3-0.
I've been doing a lot of thinking.
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't think we should see each other anymore.
No, it's fine. No problem. I'll meet somebody else. Sure. See, things always even out for me. Anyway, it's been really nice dating you for a while. And good luck.
Armchair Quarterback Radio. We cover the world of baseball from start to finish.
Baerga is 0 for 3. Left center field. Grissom on the run. The team of the 90s holds its world championship. A liner off Maggie's glove in the center field. The World Series. Chance of a lifetime for Luis Gonzalez. 2-2, bottom of the 9th, game 7 of the World Series. Bases loaded. Center field. Champion. Red Sox fans have longed to hear it. The Boston Red Sox are world champions. In the air to left, well hit. What a team. What a ride. The Cardinals are world champs in 2011.
Armchair.
Today we're going to talk about crazy stats. On June 25th, 1976, in a doubleheader against the White Sox, Toby Harrah became the only shortstop ever to play every single inning of a doubleheader and not get a single ball hit to him.
Cobb's ferocity drove his team to the pennant in 1907 and himself to the batting championship of the American League. At 20 years and 10 months, Ty Cobb was the youngest man ever to win a big league batting title. He would win 7 more in a row, 12 in 13 years. He was, one writer said, a cyclone, a tornado, a typhoon, all rolled into one.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. The Atlanta Braves trail 3-0. And Cookie Carrasco is going to be back out there on the mound to face Adam Duvall. And why not? The Braves have not made him work much. Only 72 pitches. The first pitch is inside for ball. It's 1-0. 7th inning, so it's birthday time here on Braves Country Baseball. We'll wait for the 1-0 delivery to Duvall, and it is inside, called for a ball, and it's 2-0. Austin Meadows, now of the Detroit Tigers, bounced around Tampa and a few others. He is 27 years old today. Here's the 2-0 pitch, swung on and popped up, easy out over into foul territory. Underneath it is the third baseman, Davis. And just like that, there's one away. Duvall swung on a fastball just inside. And while you're swinging at that with a 2-0 count down by 3, Amir Garrett, the big lefty who got in the big brawl with the Pirates when he was with the Reds, he is 30 years old today. Remember Homer Bailey? He's 36. And Ryan Dempster of Cubs and Red Sox fame, he is 45. First pitch is on the way to Travis Demeritte, and he's 0 for 2 on the night, and he is 0 for 1 on the delivery. Is swung on and missed. It's 1-0-1. Here's the 1-0-1 pitch, and it's inside, almost gets Demeritte on the arm. It evens the count at 1-1. 1-1 pitch on the way, change up inside. And that'll get the count to 2-1. Braves need base runners. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Demeritte, and swung on out of the zone. Missed for a strike. It's 2-2. Carrasco put a fastball about 2 inches off the plate, and Demeritte chased it. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and it is inside. Looked like the changeup, and he's like he didn't get rang up on that because though it was an inside ball, Blue has been calling that a strike all night long. Full count to Demeritte. Can he get on, get something going here? Here's the 3-2 pitch, and it is off the plate and called for a ball this time. Same area, almost same exact pitch. And Demeritte will head down to first base, 1 on, 1 away, with Dansby Swanson heading to the plate. Dansby Swanson 0 for 2 on the night, but has been hitting a bit better here recently, raising his average to 221, has 1 home run, 8 RBIs. Anything in the gap would probably score Demeritte. Here's the first pitch, and is swung on and roasted over to third. It was an atom ball to Davis. Davis fires it over to first, and Demeritte flying back into first base. Good heads up base running by Demeritte as he beats the throw. Dansby was on that. Just, they had him played perfectly. Davis was guarding the line. Early innings, that's probably a double down the line, but instead, it'll be first pitch to William Contreras, who's 1 for 2 on the night. Takes a fastball, 94 miles an hour at the knees and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Carrasco coming through big for the Mets here in this game 2. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it is a change up inside, but called for a strike. That same area, about just below belt high and about 2 inches off the plate. He's been calling it a strike all night long. So it's a 1-1 count. Carrasco coming through when the Mets have used quite a bit of their bullpen the last couple of days. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and it is a changeup in the dirt off the plate, taken for a ball. Good eye by Contreras, held up on the swing, and it's 2-1. Mets 3, Braves nothing, but the Braves got something brewing here. A 2-1 count and swung on, and it's a sweet comebacker to Carrasco. Carrasco flips it over to first, and that'll end the inning. So the Braves put one on, but don't get any in. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Braves are needing some runs, trailing 3-0.
All right. I can't see you. Let me hear you. All right.
Casey was baseball mad, had the fever and had it bad. Just to root for the hometown crew every Sue. Casey Blue. On a Saturday, her young beau called to see if she'd like to go to see a show, but Miss Kate said no. I'll tell you what you can do.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3, stretch around at the old ball game.
Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names. Told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Casey knew what to do. So just to cheer up the boys, she knew he made the gang sing this song.
Me out to the ball game. Me out to the crowd. Buy me the peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back. Root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's
Welcome back here to Braves Country Baseball, and surprise, Kyle Wright is going to come back out to pitch the 7th inning. He is at 85 pitches and has not had his best stuff, but Stickers showing him great confidence. The first pitch is at the knees to Jankowski, and it's 0-1. Got to figure any trouble and he would be pulled as the top of the orders around the corner. Here's the 0-1 pitch, swung on, and it's a comebacker to right. He underhands it to Olson, and Olson steps on the pillow, and there's one away. Braves have not gotten the bats going at all tonight. Top of the 8th inning. The Braves will have Acuna, Olson, and Riley with the Zuna and Albies to follow. You can't set it up any better. These guys got to start hitting. Carrasco has been dealing tonight. Here's the first pitch to McCann, and Wright fires it just off the plate. Looked like the slider, and it's 1-0. Braves don't come back to New York till August. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it swung on, and that ball is hit into center field. Drops it down for a 1-out single. We'll see what Snicker's willing to do here. That's going to bring up the left-handed bat of Brandon Nimmo. And it looks like they will let Wright face Nimmo. A little surprised by this. Braves do have a day off on Thursday. Kind of expected the bullpen to get dumped out a bit, but not happening as of yet. See if they might want to buy some time. Braves play again tomorrow at 1:00 Eastern. Ian Anderson on the hill versus McGill. Here's the first pitch, and it's a fastball on the outside part of the plate. Nemo knocks it foul. It's 0-1. Tomorrow, 1:10 Eastern, first pitch, and then off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday against the Brewers, off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at home against the Red Sox. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it's a sinker that snuck back across the plate. Nice pitch by Wright. Called for a strike. It's 0-2. And off Thursday of next week. So they have some days off coming up that they can navigate around. Braves have got to start getting some W's here. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and it is a sinker in the dirt, backhanded by Wright, by Contreras, and it's 1-2. The Braves lose here tonight. They will fall to 7 games out of first place in the NL East. That's the bad news. The good news is there are 3 wild cards this year. It's no longer the 2 wild cards in the playing game. It's three legitimate shots at the playoffs via the wild card. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it swung on, strike 3. Nemo couldn't find that one. It'll head to the bench. The Mets leading 3-0. It's a little too early to look at those kinds of standings, but just knowing that you're going to get an extra chance to get into the playoffs, number one. And once you get in there, it's how you perform at that point. Looking at the standings right now, though, if you look at the wild card standings, here's the first pitch to Lindor. It's taken for a strike right across the plate. Curveball. Lindor doesn't like it. That was a true strike, and it's 0-1. Braves are 4.5 out of the wild card, 3.5 out of the final wild card. Not something you're going to look at now, but once you hit the All-Star break, that's something you'd have to pay attention to, because the Mets could run away and hide if we don't watch it. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it swung on, fouled back out of play. It's 0-2. You do expect at some point the Mets to cool off, but will the Braves heat up like they did last year? Not having Eddie Rosario, very reminiscent of when we lost Travis d'Arnaud for that same kind of time period. He's expected to be out around 12 weeks, give or take. Maybe as early as 10. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and it is fouled off the plate and rolled foul. It's 0-2. Braves trail 3-0, but there's an 0-2 count on Lindor. We do have the top of the order coming in the top of the 8th. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and it swung on and hit high and deep into right field, going back on the track. Acuña's got it. That ball was hit high and hard, but died. I don't know if that was the wind, but it died at the track. It looked like that was heading for the seats. We'll head to the break. We'll be back in a flash. The Braves are grabbing the sticks.
Challenge accepted. This portion of the show is being brought to you by Ed's Almost Good Beer. Remember, Ed's Almost Good Beer was brewed in God's country when God wasn't looking.
I'm not audible. How audible? I'll use Omaha! Red
Polly, red Polly. Blue poncho, blue poncho. Dilly. Rambo. Give me Kershaw here, Kershaw.
You're listening to the Armchair Quarterbacks.
Chop, Japan, Richmond, New York, Richmond, Florida, Cali, Buffalo. Check, hey, Short Ox, Ludo Raiders. Omaha.
Hey, Braves fans, the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel are bringing you Braves baseball all season long. Hi, I'm Mac McGee, and I'll be bringing you Braves baseball play-by-play for all of Braves country. So pull up an armchair and join us for Braves country baseball every Friday night, first pitch to last pitch, right here on the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel.
Enjoy sun-drenched days, epic stays, and plenty of room to roam in Greater Fort Lauderdale. Our hotels, attractions, and restaurants have taken the Visit Lauderdale's Safe and Clean pledge, so you can relax and explore with confidence. When you're ready for that well-deserved staycation, our 23 miles of golden beaches await. Find wide-open spaces to hike, bike, kayak, and paddleboard. Visit your favorite attractions, then dine out in style in socially distanced dining rooms or al fresco on waterfront patios. Learn more at sunny.org.
I'm Amy Lawrence, and I'm up late, always, after hours, hanging out with you on CBS Sports Radio. Check it out, 2 a.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Pacific.
You're listening to Braves Country Baseball. Please like and subscribe today. YouTube.com, Armchair Quarterbacks 1. Welcome back here to Braves Country Baseball. The Braves bats need to wake up. It's getting late early, and the first pitch is on the way to Acuna, called for a strike. Carrasco's back out there again. It's 0-1. Acuna 1 for 2 on the night, a double, a walk. No one could find a way to drive him in. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it's swung on and blown right by him. Fastball strike on the outer part of the plate. It's 0-2. Cookie Carrasco with the 89th pitch of the night on the way. That is swung on and hit high, but not very deep into center field. Plenty playable. Nemo finds it for out number 1. That'll bring Matt Olson to the plate. Matt Olson's 1 for 3 on the night with a double. He also hit a 3-run shot in game 1. Real quick update on the NBA. Celtics lead the Bucks 77-60 with 2:45 left in the third. Absolute blowout all game long. Here's the first pitch, and it is a called strike. Looked like the changeup, took a little off, and it's 0-1. 0-1 delivery, kicks and fire, swung on and right through it. 92 miles an hour at the eyes, and it's 0-2. Cookie Carrasco absolutely dealing tonight. Has scattered 5 hits. Only 4 strikeouts, but has pitched very well. Here's the 0-2 pitch and swung on, and that ball is roasted into right field off the wall. It's going to kind of rattle around down there like a pinball. Olson's going to pull into second. With a little more speed, he'd be standing on third. The ball hit the ground and then hit the padding. The top and bottom of it kind of rattled around. But Olson, not a very fast runner, coasts into second base. 11th double already on the year, the young year for Matt Olson. So that'll bring Austin Riley to the plate. There's a guy that can make this a close game in the blink of an eye. It's Mr. Austin Riley. First pitch on the way, swung on and missed. And stone cold misses it. It's 0-1. 0-1 pitch on the way. As Carrasco looks back, he fires it, and it swung on, and that ball was at eye level, misses it for a strike. It's 0-2. Riley trying to hit a 5-run home run here with one swing. Probably looked to shorten up his swing a little bit here on the 0-2 pitch. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and it swung on, and that ball dropped off the table. That's the second time they've gotten him with that, and there's 2 away, bringing Marcell Ozuna to the plate. Riley now 0 for 4. Ozuna's 0 for 3. Ozuna, the base hit here that could possibly score Olson. The slow-footed Olson would be running at the crack of the bat, would make a much more manageable 9th inning. Remember, Edwin Diaz has already pitched. You can't imagine they'll have him go a second time. Here's the first pitch, and it swung on and over to McNeil. McNeil grabs it, flips it over to Smith, and once again, Ozuna's an easy out. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Braves trail the Mets 3-0.
You just robbed a house. You have all this great stuff that now belongs to you, but you got this annoying pang of guilt nagging at you. Well, worry no more, because your friends at Cell Block Greeting Cards have the answer for you. Introducing our new line of petty crime thank you cards. Before you smash and grab one of our cards and leave it behind on your next heist. Choose from any of these fine heartfelt cards like
thank you for the plasma TV,
or
thanks for the PlayStation, alcohol, and penny jar,
and
don't use your toothbrush,
or limited time introducing
I'm still in the house,
and many more sentimental petty crime thank you cards. Available at any back alley, shadowy parking lot, or
armchair.
Catch the Armchair Quarterbacks pregame show all summer long. Armchair Quarterbacks are doing play-by-play right here on YouTube, Tuesday nights, Thursday nights, and Friday night, getting you caught up in the world of sports and ready for the first pitch. It's the Armchair Quarterbacks pregame show all summer long.
I don't even like Drake. You don't like Drake? How could you not like Drake? Who's Drake?
Who's Drake?
Drake is good. I told you that Drake was bad. I hate the Drake.
Hey, Braves fans, the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel are bringing you Braves baseball all season long. Hi, I'm Mac McGee, and I'll be bringing you Braves baseball play-by-play, calling it how I see it for all of Braves country. So pull up an armchair and join us for Braves country baseball every Friday night, first pitch to last pitch, right here on the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel. You're listening to Braves Country Baseball. Please like and subscribe today. YouTube.com, Armchair Quarterbacks 1. Welcome back here to Braves Country Baseball. The Atlanta Braves trail the Mets 3-0. And out of the pen is Will Smith. Will Smith has not gotten much work here recently, so they're going to try to get him an inning. 9 innings on the young year. Will Smith does have a save. Cookie Carrasco, looks like that's it for him, so the Braves will face the Mets pen. Could be Trevor May, but we'll see who they get warming up here. And Will Smith faces McNeil, first pitch on the way, and it is a drag bunt right back to the mound. Smith has it, no problem, and there's one away. Will Smith, ball kind of caromed off his glove, but dropped right at his feet. He picked it up really quick. McNeil mad with himself. Think he thought he was finding a way on, but Mets still lead at 3-0. Braves only have one more opportunity. That'll bring up Pete Alonso. Alonso with a bullet over the right field fence. Here's the first pitch, and it is high, way outside for a ball. It's 1-0. That was like a pitch out. Only problem, there's no one on base. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Contreras sets up inside, and it is a slider right off the plate. It's called for a strike. It's 1-1. Just kissed the outside part of the plate. Contreras was set up inside to kind of a dangerous place to miss. He missed it out and he missed it over. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and it is swung on, and that ball is ripped down the third base line, kicks foul. The Braves are playing a full-blown shift, so Riley would have had it if it would have been fair. Will Smith, ERA down to 2.79 after struggling a bit first part of the season. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Smith, and it is a fastball swung on and popped up high and out of play, and it's 1-2. Braves and Mets are back at it again tomorrow, 1:10 p.m. first pitch. Ian Anderson versus McGill. McGill's been a tough customer all year. We are back here 7:20 first pitch Friday night. The Atlanta Braves will welcome in the Milwaukee Brewers on Hank Aaron weekend. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's in the dirt. Blocked well by Contreras, and it's 2-2. Mother's Day right around the corner. Happy Mother's Day to all of you mothers out there. And a sly reminder to all of those of y'all that might be sneaking up on you. You got a few days to go out and get your shopping done. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and it swung on, slider inside, popped up high, and underneath it is Demerit. Demerit puts it away. There's 2 away in the Mets' 8th. Of course, Mother's Day, May 8th, you'll see that'll be Breast Cancer Awareness Day, and really cool what Major League Baseball does every year. You'll see all the pink bats and pink shoes, and usually a lot of pink in the uniforms to help promote the cause. Here's the first pitch, and it is a slider just below the knees to Dominic Smith. It's 0-1. 1-0. Dominic Smith did the damage in the first inning. At the time, we were wondering if they should be pitching around him. They didn't, and he hit a double, just got inside the line and scored the first 2 runs. 1-0 pitch on the way, and it is called for a strike on the inner part of the plate. It's 1-1. Pete Alonso hit a solo shot in the bottom of the 6th, and that's it. That's all of the scoring on both sides. You usually get these kind of low scoring games on the double header, the second part of the double header. Guys are tired. They're just wanting to go in and get ready. And then the Braves and Mets have to come back tomorrow. Be back here at the park in around 12, 13 hours. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it is a slider in the dirt. Strike 3. The ball gets away from Contreras. He scoops it up and flips it over to first. So that'll end the inning. We'll head to the top of the 9th inning. The Braves need 3 runs to tie, 4 to take the lead. You're listening to Braves Country Baseball. Hey, Braves fans, the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel are bringing you Braves Baseball all season long. Hi, I'm Mac McGee, and I'll be bringing you Braves Baseball play-by-play for the Braves fans out there, for all of Braves Country. So pull up an armchair and join us for Braves Country Baseball, first pitch to last pitch, Tuesday and Friday nights, right here on the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel. Welcome back here to Braves Country Baseball. The Braves have 3 outs to try to get this straightened out. And we're going to go ahead and hit the scoreboard real quick while we get you caught up here and what's going on in the world of Major League Baseball. Scoreboard looks like this today. Braves dropped the first part of the doubleheader, lost 5-4, in danger of getting swept to the division leaders. Cardinals trail the Royals 1-0. That game's in the top of the 4th. Blue Jays and Yankees, New York trying to go for their 11th win in a row. They lead it 2-1 in the top of the 7th. Angels and Red Sox, Boston is up on Los Angeles 2-0. White Sox 3, Cubs 0. That game is in the 4th. Marlins trail the Diamondbacks 5-0. Rangers 6, Phillies 3. So at least 2 of the teams that we're trying to chase down are losing tonight. Twins and Orioles are tied. Reds and Brewers. Brewers up by 1 in the 4th. And first pitch is on the way to Ozzie Albies. Is outside for a ball. It's 1-0. They went to Seth Lugo. Bit of a surprise. Finish that up. Mariners and Astros are tied, just underway, and the Nationals and the Rockies, no score. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that is way outside, and that is 2-0. On this date in 1936, Joltin' Joe DiMaggio debuts for the Pinstripes. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and it is swung on, and Ozzie hits it back where it came from, right back to center field, and there's 1 on, nobody out in the Braves' 9th. Adam Duvall and Travis Demeritte are due up. Joltin' Joe debuted with 3 hits that day at 21 years old, including a triple. On this day in 1980, Willie McCovey would hit his 521st and final home run as a San Francisco Giant. And on this date in 1998, Dan Wilson, first ever inside the Parker for the Mariners. Here's the first pitch to Duvall, and it's a changeup low. It's 1-0. First inside the Parker for the Mariners franchise in over 23 seasons. And on this date in 2019, this is a strange but interesting stat. Here's the 1-0 pitch swung on and popped up into center field, giving chases Nemo. Nemo's underneath it, and there's 1 away. The Nationals would go on to blank the Mets 1-0 in 2019. That would be the second day in a row that they blanked the Mets 1-0 in back-to-back days. That was the first time this had happened in Major League Baseball since 1996, when the St. Louis Cardinals went on to do that same feat to the Phillies. Side note, both of those teams would go on to advance to the NLCS. Of course, the Nationals would win the World Series that year. Here's the curveball in the dirt, and it's 1-0 to Demeritte. Thought they might pinch hit for Demeritte, but guess not. And of course, the Cardinals would lose in the NLCS to the Atlanta Braves, who would go on to play the Yankees in the World Series, getting a 2-0 lead and then losing the next 4. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it is on the inside part of the plate, called for a strike. Probably just clipped the zone there, and it's 1-1. And that was your this date in baseball. So Ozzie's leading off first. 1 out, 1-1 pitch, and swung on, and this is a tailor-made double play. It's a 5-4-3 double play, and just like that, the game is over. Ozzie got it going, and he couldn't get any help. That'll do it. The Atlanta Braves get swept by the Mets, falling now 7 games behind New York. They'll be back at it tomorrow at 1:10 first pitch. We'll be back with Braves Country Baseball Friday night. Braves will send Ian Anderson versus Tyler McGill to the mound tomorrow. McGill with a 1.93 ERA A big, big game for the Braves. You've got to get that W and split the series. Friday night, we'll have first pitch at 7:20, and we'll hit the pregame show about 6:30. For all the guys and gals behind Armchair Quarterbacks Radio, I'm Mac McGee. Thanks for listening to Braves Country Baseball. The Braves drop a tough one, 3-0. Hey, Braves fans, the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel are bringing you Braves Baseball all season long. Hi, I'm Mac McGee, and I'll be bringing you Braves Baseball play-by-play for the Braves fans out there, for all of Braves country. So pull up an armchair and join us for Braves Country Baseball, first pitch to last pitch, Tuesday and Friday nights, right here on the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel.
This portion of the show is being brought to you by The Best Things in Life, which are still free with minimum purchase at participating dealers.
TGIF on the Armchair Quarterbacks. Justin Waller and Mac McGee are back at it 6 p.m. Eastern to 7 p.m. Eastern every Friday evening right here on the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel and your local CBS Sports affiliates. We're talking the NFL, Major League Baseball, and Southern football, so grab you a cold one. It's finally Friday on the Armchair Quarterbacks, 6 p.m. Eastern to 7 p.m. Eastern. Waller and McGee getting you ready for your sports weekend. Hey, baseball fans, the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel is going to bring you the baseball game of the week on Thursday nights. The biggest game of the week in all of Major League Baseball. That's Thursday nights. This baseball season, the MLB game of the week, right here on the Armchair Quarterbacks YouTube channel.
I'm Amy Lawrence, and I'm up late, always, after hours, hanging out with you on CBS Sports Radio. Check it out, 2 a.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Pacific.
The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2 with but one inning more to play. And then when Cooney died at first and Barrows did the same, a pale-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn proceeded, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a hoodoo, while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude, grim melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more, there rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley. It rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat. For Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him, as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eyes. A sneer curled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in haughty grandeur there. Close by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of the storm waves on a stern and distant shore. Kill him! Kill the umpire! Shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With a smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult. He bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once the dun sphere flew, but Casey still ignored it, and the umpire said strike two. Fraud, cried the maddened thousands, and echo answered fraud. But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain, and they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is gone from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball, and now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out.
sweetheart, well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Thanks for listening to the Armchair Quarterbacks on these CBS Sports affiliates and catching the show on YouTube Live. The Armchair Quarterbacks bring you Braves Country Baseball every Tuesday and Friday night, play-by-play with Mac McGee, and the MLB Game of the Week every Thursday. Find Armchair Quarterbacks on YouTube Live today. Please subscribe and share and take us everywhere you go. The Armchair Quarterbacks, your first choice for Southern sports talk, live from the First Coast.
Gonna get another